Ladies and gentlemen, 12th Red Media is back again. This time in lovely Austin, Texas. We're here at one of the nice hotel rooms. One of my amazing friends, Reyna SceneSlayer, who a bunch of you should be followers. If you're not, you should follow. We'll put his links down in the more information section. Wanted to do an interview with this guy for a while. Not just because it's a good friend, but because obviously, like minds in fashion. Two different levels, no doubt. We got the man, the myth, the legend right here. Reyna, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I obviously have cool hair. You can clearly tell. I am an androgynous person, and I've been like this for only 3 years of my life, which is crazy to say. This is kind of like me out of my shell.
That's one thing that I love to do is try and get people out of those shells. And I know you're just personally a very interesting person. Obviously, the fashion is a main topic for a lot of people. What inspires your fits?
Well, I've been inspired by first I was kind of like just looking at the women's department. I was like, dang, I wish I could just dress in that. Like, I wish it wasn't like just only women could dress in those. But then I was just like, you know what? What's stopping me? I'm just gonna do it. And I would see other celebrities, like David Bowie, for example. He was a big starter for me.
Big time.
And then I was just like starting to get into like the scene part of like my aesthetic. I was inspired by like people I don't really support anymore, but
that happens. You know.
These people, they have a big look about them though. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who I'm talking about, but
those who shall not be named.
Yes, exactly.
But I'd like to think you've taken that style and kind of made it your own, which is what you're supposed to do with fashion.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So what about it is just SceneSlayer?
Well, just the big hair, spiky hair, you know. I've done many different types of like crazy big out there hair that I don't know. I just seem like I'm a master at it at this point, but
it definitely gets
learning.
notices. I mean, even going around here, those of you from the Texas area, going through the Domain, some of the other malls, more comments. I think here actually than I've seen in a lot of places. You always get comments when we're out.
Yeah, like that guy. That guy that stopped at us.
Yes, the Frenchman.
The French guy, yes.
Yes, if you're at Neiman Marcus, check that guy out. Great salesman. But it's true. I mean, a lot of the fashion that I see, it's all kind of the same. I like that we do something a bit different, and much like the gentleman was referring to, I do see parts of the UK in your outfit. A lot of people would think punk. I think more the new romantic era, which would be the David Bowie, the Boy George, Ziggy Stardust kind of deal.
Well, if you look up on the scene aesthetic,
yes,
it'll clearly state that it kind of originated in the United Kingdom, the UK.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know when I looked it up, like, kind of like a year ago. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. I thought it was always here, like, in the US, but no.
And just because I know there's a lot of people who get the two confused, what would you say the difference is, aside from just the fashion, between emo and scene?
Well, obviously, scene is, like, way out there and more colorful, and you're just basically the chaotic version of emo.
Yes. And we had that conversation. You are the chaotic of the group. I'm the chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
So that definitely fits. It definitely works out. Notice a lot of the Gloomy Bear stuff. From my understanding, you're some type of fanatic. Is that correct?
That's right, I am.
Tell the people about that. What is a fanatic?
Well, I get to represent my favorite brand of all time, Hot Topic, obviously. And I represent Vampire Freaks as well. I've done one collab with them, and it was very fun for me. But it's nice to like be able to be recognized by your favorite brand, and
definitely so
be able to wear things that you couldn't normally just get because you get free stuff from them. So
that's always a plus. Yeah, for sure. What's been the best moment of getting noticed? Because you do get noticed a lot.
My favorite thing about getting noticed is that, well, it's like hard work pays off, obviously.
Well, I mean, has there been a moment where you were like, oh my god, so-and-so just noticed me? Anything like that?
Well, Johnny, well, we've seen him like 3 times already.
True.
And he knows me at this point, even though I've drastically changed each time.
Very true. It's actually a funny story. I'll have to. Do I have your permission to post the original photo from Paper Tiger?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll put the thumbnail so you guys can see the pre-SceneSlayer version of Reyna. It's a dramatic difference. You're absolutely right, and it has evolved over time. I've seen way more color over the last year.
I'll have to post a evolution video of me.
That
at
would
some
definitely
point.
be cool. I would agree with that. That'd be great to see. Aside from that, what do you have planned for the future? Like, where is this going to go next?
Well, I would like to be recognized by more bigger brands. I mean, Hot Topic's like one step just for me, but like mainstream brands really. That'd be a nice touch for me.
So, Abercrombie and Finch, if you're looking for someone... No, I'm just joking. That's like the antithesis of brands. Yeah, we don't like your clothes either. So,
Too expensive.
yeah, and you know what? You don't make clothes for me anyway, so... But, aside from that, what's some of the annoyances with dressing the way we dress? Because I know there's definitely some stuff I've had to deal with. How about you?
Well, people like to judge someone even though you don't know them, which is like dumb. Like it's very ignorant.
It is.
And like I haven't really had anyone say anything to me about like the way I dress, but like probably the thing that annoys me most about what people say about the way I dress is like, man, I wish I could dress like you, but like you can. You just gotta do it. You
Very
don't,
true.
You don't be hesitant. You just do what you want to
Yeah,
do.
find
Like,
what you like
Who cares what
and
people
do it.
think? Yeah.
Agreed. Like a wise man once said, remember these words and live by them. Screw them.
Yep. Exactly.
And I think that's definitely an I don't give up mentality that we see in a lot of your stylings, especially with the Instagram posts.
Very. I like to be dramatic and just go bigger each time.
And it works. I definitely think that works. Aside from that,
Even some people, like people that are like me, they would say like I try too hard. I got two messages like that before, and I'm just like, maybe
Wait.
I just try more harder because I want to.
wait, are they saying that you try too hard or that they try too hard?
Maybe both.
Okay.
They're trying too hard to try too hard. I don't know.
It happens. I mean, sometimes simplicity works best. Like instead of trying to be something, just being yourself, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't try too hard necessarily. I'm just like.
I wouldn't say so. Like every fit you've put together, I'm pretty much going, yeah, that's him.
I'm just doing what pleases me
And that's the way it should be, right?
very much.
No. Now, what is it about the androgyny that attracted you to it? Like you had mentioned earlier, being younger and seeing like, why can't I wear that?
Well, I just felt like, well, I'm a rebel and I like to break the rules at some point. And in high school, that's how I was.
Same.
I was just like, kind of like, I don't want to do this really. I just want to do what I want to do.
And I can relate to that. I mean, of course, anyone who's been to a public high school, especially in Texas, knows you got your spirit days for the homecomings and whatnot. Like I was telling you, first chance I got, they're like, okay, tomorrow, wear whatever you want within dress code. First thing I grabbed was a dress. You know,
yes,
and it was
right
literally
on.
like, let's just mess with some people. Let's make, the words of my best friend Sandra, let's make some people uncomfortable.
Hell yeah.
If you're doing that, you're doing something right.
But like, yeah, in my high school, they didn't allow like hair longer than the collar.
Same.
Which is, I had way longer hair than everyone else pretty
Same.
much in my school. And I would have to tuck my hair into like a hoodie in the back so that way they didn't notice my hair was
Mhm.
long.
Oh, did you ever have that moment where one of the admins would kind of be like, hey, untuck your hair real quick?
Well, I was called in the office one time and my mom was there with me as well.
Good.
And she was just like going along with the principal was saying, but she was not really going to make me cut my hair.
Same with mine.
'Cause
With-
my mom-
Go moms.
Because my mom, she's like one of those people, like, she lets me be who I am, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parents, I'm pretty sure they don't allow their kids to be
Yeah.
the way they want, which is
Unfortunate,
terrible.
really. Yeah. And I'll be honest, not a good idea, because then when they're old enough to do what they want to do, they're going to do it 10 times bigger than they thought.
very much agreed.
Yeah. And yeah, I had that moment too. It was they come in the office. I got the whole speech from the parents of, look, I don't care. Grow your hair out. Doesn't bother me, but you can't get suspended.
That's not going to stop me.
Yeah, exactly. But I've always thought the same thing. I'm very big on the androgyny side. Obviously, I'm a huge Prince fan, Bowie fan, a lot of different fandoms. But I'm one of those people that looks at it and goes, why is it women's clothing? Why is it men's clothing? Like, women can wear jeans, but if a guy wears a skirt, it's got to be a kilt. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. It's same with the jewelry. If a guy's wearing it, it's guy's jewelry. If a girl's wearing it, it's girl's jewelry. I'd never have agreed with those kind of lines.
I don't believe in the word labels at all.
And that's the way to be. Like, too many labels nowadays. Would you agree?
Yeah, I could say that.
So, also noticed, not noticed, but something I've known about you, and your followers know as well, that you identify as bigender. I've seen a lot of people still confused about that.
Well, I just like to say that I'm comfortable with being called like feminine terms and masculine terms.
Yeah.
Because even before I looked somewhat like more girly, I would say that people would often like mistake me for a girl, even when my hair was shorter, like way shorter.
I'm not gonna lie, when we first met, I could not tell. I was like, I'm not sure.
is that?
Well, I mean, I just saw the cool fashion, but then when I spoke to you, I was like, now I don't know. But it was because of that moment. What was really interesting, though, is, of course, love the fashion. It was introducing myself to this guy, love the hair, and he told me, thanks, this normally doesn't really get accepted where I'm from. And I was like, you're not from San Antonio. No, I'm from Corpus. I was like, dude, I'm from Corpus. What are the odds?
Wow.
So, like, I definitely understood.
It was fate.
Yeah, I totally understood where you're coming from, because also being in the 361, yeah, you can tell when people are looking at you in a good way and a bad way.
Well, if it's a bad way, then it's a good thing for me, because at
True.
least I'm doing something right.
I agree, and I'll be honest, we got some bad looks yesterday at the mall, but usually from some guy who didn't want to be there anyway. He's waiting for his wife to get done in that section. So
Yeah, the women's
I
department.
enjoyed it, yeah.
We saw plenty of those figures.
Yes, and you got some good grabs from some of the stores we went to.
Very much, I did.
What's been your favorite item, or should it be a surprise and make them go to your Instagram?
Well, I'll show off my sunglasses here. I got, like, these are kind of like my watch out. These are glasses that I wear if I want to block the haters out, obviously.
And we need more of that. Block your haters out, guys.
Yeah, that's what sunglasses are for, and that's what they should be called, hater blockers.
Yeah. So what should we be looking for in the future from you?
Well, probably, I'll say I'm trying to make my music ability out there more, because obviously I do vocal covers,
Yes.
and I know I'm good at it. I have a lot of potential.
Very good at
for
it.
sure.
I would have torn my voice box up already with one of those.
Well, I did it bad at first, but now I'm good at it.
Practice makes perfect, right? Just like with the fits. I'm sure there was a learning curve.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to use some of my stuff. I thank you for the makeup tutorial, by the way.
Yes.
If you're going to be on camera, guys, invest in some makeup. I've learned the hard way.
Yeah, makeup's a part of me at this point now.
And honestly, why not? A lot of guys we know wear makeup anyway.
And they just deny
True.
it. They deny it, but it makes them more believable.
Yeah, I mean, odds are if they're on camera in any way, shape, or form, they're wearing some type of foundation or concealer. That's just part of the game.
Yeah.
What are your favorite makeup brands?
Well, my favorite makeup brand at this point, because I've been buying from them, and I ordered a lot of stuff from them recently. It's called Ink Doll Cosmetics.
I have to check that out.
It's like very scene makeup, I can say, because they have a lot of colorful stuff, which I love, and
Very
every
much.
scene person should love.
Agreed. That's very, and I feel like there is some kind of a merger between scene and the Harajuku kawaii style.
Oh yes, that's what I'm trying to merge with, the
I could see that.
J fashion.
Yes. So I'm trying to get this guy. Next time I go to Japan, he needs to come with, just so I have someone to go to Harajuku with.
I need to be with my people.
Of course, definitely.
But yeah, you can clearly tell with my hairpins. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I signifying with my J fashion at the moment.
Definitely. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to. Follow his posts on Instagram. We'll put his link down in the bio as well. That should be good. And look forward to some more content. I'll tell you what. How many likes or comments should we get on this video for me to let you give me a scene makeover?
Well, at least 500.
If we can get that, if we can get 500, let's do likes, because that's easier. Room service is here. But we got to wrap this up anyway, guys. Keep following, keep watching. Appreciate everyone. Check out the SceneSlayer. And how is it that you get your hair so big?
Well, like many things, I have a big personality. Everything about me is big.
Definitely a big